No, I don't think, to be honest with you, I don't think I have any shots hitting 1,000 three-pointers undefended even in a single stream. It's just not going to happen. The last time I shot a basketball was 2003, 2004, maybe. I can't remember whether I had gym class first semester or second semester. Now, I'll tell you, I was an okay shooter. I kind of fancied myself as being in the mold of J.J. Redick. I was an okay shooter, but certainly 20 years later, 1,000 three-pointers, not going to happen. 100, yeah. I mean, if you could stay at the gym for like 8 hours, yeah, easily. 1,000 is crazy, though. I don't know why this... Has this been storing momentum like the whole time that I've been away? Like, why is the ball spinning so damn much, man? Why is it spinning so much? Rogue, work ahead. Thanks for the gifted subscriptions. Thank you. Thank you. Like, it's got like a natural curve to it. Testicular torsion be like, so true. Oh, you cast testicular torsion? Joke's on you. Those were my fake balls. That's a classic meme, right? Something like that. My decoy testicles. That's it. Not my fake balls. I got to throw up mirror shield on that one. The best designed boss in Dark Souls 2 be like, that's not true. There's Flame Lurker. And who's the good boss in Dark Souls 2 everybody talks about? Flame Lurker's pretty good. Fume Knight? Pursuer's kind of fun, as long as you ignore the fact that he can skewer you when you're like 10 feet offset from the side of his sword because the hitbox is so janky, but... Sir Alone? Average Redditor username be like... Okay, this is lock-in territory. Great start. Great start. You know what? Oh, no, I was already locked. I was pre-locked. Bring it back. I didn't realize. I thought I was sprinting because I was making so much progress. Now, lock in. We're going to focus. We're going to get ourselves on a 45-second dialogue tangent as we go across. That way I don't feel compelled to look at chat for inspiration. There you go. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. You ever think that one of the reasons that SNL is so washed these days is because we no longer have like a consensus cultural consciousness? Like back in the early 2000s, you could have Will Ferrell doing more cowbell on Blue Oyster Cult's Don't Fear the Reaper, and like at least 85% of the audience was like, I'm familiar with that song. Nowadays, like, maybe it's for the best, but we're so culturally fragmented, I don't think it's easy to get that kind of ubiquity anymore. Half the people watching the sketch would be like, I don't get it, I've never heard that song before. There we go. Now we can talk about something else. Don't Fear the Reaper kind of goated. Yeah, it was on my playlist today. You know that's a non-skip. I mean, they're all non-skips, but that's one of the least skippable among them. That sketch references an actual song? You don't know... This motherfucker out here fearing the Reaper! Unlike the wind, the sun, and the rain, he is not like they are. Good song, though. Oh, man. Listen to Brat? Yeah, maybe someday. I saw that The Pop Star Showdown with Charlie XCX. I'm just being honest with you. That's the one where they go, Rihanna or Katy Perry, and then she goes Rihanna. She says Rihanna like 90 times in a row. Anyway, long story short, she opened her mouth. First time I found out that Charlie XCX is British. I had no idea that she was British. I don't know where I thought she was from. I guess I just never thought about it. When she opened her mouth and had a British accent, I was like, how about that? Don't tell him about Dua Lipa. Bro, I know Dua Lipa is from Kosovo or somewhere in the Balkans, but she's the United Nations Special Ambassador to Kosovo. Albania. Oh, close though. Geographically close. I can't speak on the culture. I'm not trying to start a fight. It's pretty close. What's your thoughts on Stop Making Sense being the best concert film of all time? Jay, didn't you see the Letterboxd review? I don't get it. It's literally just a concert. There's no plot. There's no cinematography. There's no script. And then I think they still gave it like a 1.5 out of 5. They thought that would save them. I don't know what I'm doing here. Hold. Oversized suit, at least 2 stars. I mean, that's in the cultural consciousness, man. Anytime I wear a suit that's 1 size too big, I'm like, I'm going David Byrne mode for real. You know that motherfucker didn't stay for after the credits, too. When Brian Eno shows up and is like, we're making a team. And then you're like, whoa, that's a tease for My Life in the Bush of Ghosts from the comics, bro. You know they're going to do My Life in the Bush of Ghosts next. I didn't think they would do it. I thought I'd never see it on the big screen. Music. Just keep pushing, man. Just keep pushing. Just keep pushing. I get like 1 out of 10 of the references here. Well, listen, I would start by saying that I think I have like a breadth of knowledge, not a depth, but a breadth. Then I would also say, I mean, like, why should you expect to get like more than 10% of the references? Like, I'm the one selecting the references. So like, I'm going to get like at least 9 out of 10 of them. But like, to assume that everybody would have like the same shared knowledge as myself is, I think, a little naive. I'm just happy we're back in an era where making references is funny instead of cringy. Because, I mean, I don't know if Jonah Hill knows the damage he did by having that line in the movie This Is the End, where he said, everybody loves your references, man. You have the best references. That killed referential humor for like 8 years, because if you ever made a reference, people would just reference that line, and you'd be like, fuck. You're right, I'm not funny. I simply am referencing something that's funny. But now, we're back, man. Now references are funny again, I think. They're getting there. Maybe not the funniest thing of all time, but they're kind of back. You don't get 1 out of 10 of your own references? No, like sometimes you just got to send it out there and then see if you're cooking, you know? Yeah, good idea. Really, really smart idea there. Like, why would you push it into the geyser? There's no reason for that. Just don't make me go over the... They're going to make me go over the bridge one more time. That's okay. Live ball reaction. Hold for a second. No, okay, we're going way back. Skirt. I literally can't watch this. Unless you have some kind of like macular condition, then your spirit is weak, honestly. I feel comfortable saying that. Beautiful. That's the best case scenario out of that worst case scenario. Infinite content. Whee! Turkey versus Georgia, going to be a spicy one. Is it Thanksgiving already? I don't know why, like, I hate to do this because, you know, Europeans, you catch a lot of flack from North American streamers to begin with. But, like, why are you getting, like, revved up for Euro games that, like, matches, Euro matches, that, let's be honest, man, it's Euro. Unless it's 2004, Georgia's not going to be in the finals, man. It would be incredible if they made the knockout stage. It's good. I mean, when you start caring about the games once you get into the elimination bracket, like I understand, but bad start. It's the same in the World Cup, though. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, at no point was I like, oh, it's going to be spicy, Canada against the Netherlands. I was like, nah, man, we're probably going to get our ass kicked. I guess it's nice to be here, though. Greece won Euro 2004. That's why I brought it up, man. That's one of the 9 out of 10 references that I understood. That's why I said, unless it's 2004. There's nothing worse than when someone, like, you tell a joke and someone gets it, but even though you made it, they think that you don't get it. I'm the one who made it, man. I'm the J. Kenji Lopez alt of making that joke about Euro 2004. And you're telling me, like, oh, I should do, like, a reverse sear after the sous vide. I'm like, I wrote that in the recipe, bro. I forged it. Oh, I didn't see the mound there. My mistake. In the fires of my George Foreman. Not too many motherfuckers cooking on the George Foreman anymore. I gotta say, though, I think you're missing something if you're, like, in an off-campus house now and you don't have a George Foreman grill in college. Because that was, like, the campfire that you gathered around after everybody was done their classes. And then you just slap your, like, 50% still frozen, boneless, skinless chicken breast on top of that and clamp the grill down as hard as you could. And then, like, all the grill marks are charred beyond belief. And the rest of it is, like, that Subway white chicken color that's, like, mattress foam. DoorDash exists now. I was thinking about that. You know, in college, the only delivery I ever ordered was from a Chinese restaurant that had a $4 lunch special. Egg roll, General Tso's chicken, steamed rice, not fried rice, steamed rice, $4. I think it was an extra $1.50 for delivery. Sometimes the juice was worth the squeeze, though. If any of you have ever ridiculed me for being out of touch and you use DoorDash or Uber Eats a single time in college, you're a hypocrite. Hurts to hear, but you might as well learn it fast. You know, the world will humble you mighty quick. I'm out of touch. Your ass is ordering, like, fucking Pad CU on DoorDash, and if it goes over $40, they'll throw in, like, an extra Tom Yum soup for free. We were not living that life, man. Wasn't quite ice soup, but at the same time. Because it wasn't a thing? No, because, like, I mean, we weren't broke, but we weren't balling enough to, well, we probably could have sacrificed some of the beer budget to buy DoorDash maybe, like, once a month or something like that, but the beer budget was church. You'd be sacrificing an element of your spirit to debase yourself with mid-Southeast Asian cuisine that would just taste better at the restaurant anyway, to be honest with you, but I digress. Look at that. Look at that. Overall take is a strong -2. Here we go. Here we go. NL, you don't understand how hard it is to be in college these days. I have to pay $50 for my Chat GPT subscription to write all my essays for me. Fuck you. The spirit is weak if you use DoorDash more than once a week. That's all I'm saying. But it can get stronger, I imagine, via training. Is it ironic that the people with the most free time use DoorDash the most? I don't think it's ironic. You know what I think? DL Guiga, first off, I dispute the premise a little bit. I have to defend streamers. They don't have a lot of free time most of the time. It is their fault. That's doubtless. But they do, like, the average streamer on this platform without children does stream like 50, 60 hours a week. In my opinion, they shouldn't. They should give themselves some free time so that, you know, they can handle the other parts of their life. But it's very easy, like when your job is relatively fun and it's playing video games, then like you can be like, oh, I'm just gonna do an extra 4 hours of work today because like a new Diablo expansion came out. So they don't have a lot of free time, but I do think that they would be better off if they did. So I dispute the premise to begin with, but then I also think that it's like, you could think of it like the Peloton, to be honest with you. When you're off the Peloton for a while, doing a 30-minute ride is like Herculean, right? I think that's when you have a lot of free time, doing like a single chore is like, oh, I'll get to it tomorrow. When you're already on the Peloton, adding an extra 30 minutes on top of your ride, you're like, yeah, no problem. I'll just stay in the zone. Because you have that kind of chore momentum. Like it's always easier to add one more chore to the chores you're already doing when you're already doing chores than it is to like, you know, go from 0 to a couple of chores. You know, you get in that like flow state. There's an inertia to it. Eminem rap. Haven't heard Houdini yet. No spoilers, please. Makes sense to me, at least. Prediction on Panthers versus Soilers tonight? I don't even watch it, man. I told my dad I wasn't watching the finals. And he was like, you're not watching it? And I was like, politely, I was like, brother, you're 60 years old. I got stuff to do. I remember you when you were, 35 years old. Your ass was not watching, sports that you didn't have skin in the game for. You had shit to do, man. You were doing your job. You were cooking, cleaning, doing home improvement stuff. I'm not out here watching the Edmonton Oilers win 8-1 once. Watching the Soilers lose his skin in the game. Why are you pretending that you watch hockey? I don't get it. I know why, like, I could be mad at the Oilers. I mean, there's a lot of reasons for a neutral fan to be mad at the Oilers. They were so bad at hockey that they won the NHL draft like 5 times in 9 years to the point where the NHL had to change the rules because they were winning the draft lottery too often. Like that's a good now you're like the worst team in the NHL. They have a 20% chance to get the number one pick, even if they're like 30 points below the team that came second last, which is criminal, honestly. And then, like, in spite of that, they've had the audacity to largely be ass for like 15 years, barring the last few years. Not to mention, they always act like the NHL has it out for them, even though they literally got the prime years of like Wayne Gretzky and like 15 other Hall of Fame motherfuckers when there was no salary cap. Anyway, listen. Don't watch the geysers. I know. The NHL has it out for all Canadian teams. I don't believe that they do. I believe that they're just answering emails, man. Every fan base thinks that like the organization or the administration is like uniquely persecuting them. When the answer is that the Canucks are the only ones that are uniquely persecuted by the NHL. I mean, we're the only motherfuckers who had to pay ridiculous cap recapture penalties for those fucked up contracts that got signed in the late 2000s. We still got Roberto Luongo's contract on the books. That motherfucker retired like 7 years ago. What, Jay, are you still here? What did the Ducks have to give up in that Kovalchuk debacle? No. Oh, we're still paying Kovalchuk. Okay, maybe you're in the same boat as us then. It's gonna hold, man. Whee! No! Oh, we're going back to the past, man. It's got quite the English on it. Just finished Spiderland by Slint. Any other recommendations? Yeah, listen to it front to back again 15 times. You don't have to do it all in one day. Sometimes you gotta let this stuff simmer a little bit, low and slow. I mean, just because you listen to the album one time, that doesn't mean you've teased out the intricacies. I mean, you're probably still at the level where you think that Good Morning Captain is the best song on the album because it has that moment where he says, I miss you. But you haven't even gotten into the beauty and the tone that gets set by something like Nosferatu Man or the tone poetry of Don, a Man. Or the feeling of adolescent adventure somehow captured in the tale of a man and a fortune teller going on a roller coaster featured in Breadcrumb Trail. NL, are you a Jack of Hearts type character? No, honestly, like I don't think I'm really represented well by anybody in Lily Rosemary and the Jack of Hearts. But if I had to be anybody, I think I would be like the cabaret director, the guy who says there's something funny going down. You can just feel it in the air. I think that, no, I don't think I'm a big Jim type character. Hey, yo, Aaron, thanks for the gifted subscriptions. Thank you. We'll just put that over here for a second. Thank you. I don't know. I might be the hanging judge now that I think about it. I mean, if I had to take like a secondary character. I'm looking to play the role of Big Jim's wife, if you get me. Are you gonna kill me? That's a death threat. That's a stealthy Bob Dylan referential death threat. How dare you? All right. Send it. Are you a joker, a smoker, or a midnight toker? It always fucked me up because like two of those are the same thing. I think a smoker and a midnight toker are pretty much the same. I'm a joker. There's no question about that. But they're not mutually exclusive. You could be a joker who's a midnight toker. I think that would make you a smoker though. By the way, at no stretch of the imagination am I anti-weed, but I had kind of a bizarre experience yesterday. I just wanted to kind of gauge the public's opinion about this. I was with my daughter at the playground. She was on the swings. Normal place for a 3-year-old child to be. A middle-aged woman walking her dog. It's a big park, okay? You need this for context. I don't know, the park is like 2 blocks by 2 blocks, right? A middle-aged woman walking her dog walked into the park, walked all the way up to the playground equipment. So like not over exactly by me, but like, 20 feet away from where my daughter was on the swings. Lit up like a fat joint and was just puffing on it like crazy to the point where like the reason I noticed it is because I thought that a skunk had shot like its anal liquids all over the park. And I was like, maybe we got to go before we get skunked. Then I looked around and I just saw like incredibly thick white smoke coming off of this lady's hand. And I was like, of all the places in the park to like, you could smoke a joint like anywhere in Vancouver, essentially. Why are you doing it at the jungle gym? That just seems like you're making a statement or something like that. She was rolling loud, man. She might have not have known if it was loud, but before she rolled it, but I mean, listen, I wasn't worried we were going to get like a contact high or anything like that. I'm just saying, like, of all the places in the park, there's like lots of trees, lots of like benches that you could be sitting on that are not right next to like the spiral slides. She went right to the spiral slides and was like, she was toking up, man. And it smelled bad as shit. This was not good smelling weed. I could like smell the paper. Okay, hang on, I gotta focus. It's bad weed etiquette. That's what I was thinking, man. And because she was a little older too, I was inclined to be like even ruder. It was like, you should know better, man. Like that's not first joint type smelling weed. Like this is a regular habit for you, which is fine. But like you should at least like, can you go over and do it by the part where like all the people are having their dogs play off leash or something like that instead of like where we got kids in the sandbox? Anyway, hold. No, that's okay. It's okay. It's not catastrophic. It's not catastrophic. Is park drinking legal in Vancouver yet? Librarian, you want to take this one? The answer is like yes in very... Listen, the answer is yes, but no. There's places within the park, there's like borders where you can legally drink. The PvP enabled areas, yes. But then secondarily, the other thing is, I don't think that anybody really cares. Because people have been doing it for, 100 years and not facing repercussions. So I think it's one of those things. It's like speeding. It's like illegal, but like it hasn't been enforced since the 1970s. Okay, hold. Speeding is enforced? Not here. I don't know if they got bigger problems or what, but God is my witness. I think in all my time in Vancouver, I've seen 0 people pulled over on the highway, which is like, it's crazy to me. I got a speeding ticket in Shaughnessy once. See, that's fucked up because the speeding limit in Shaughnessy shouldn't exist. Nobody's there. So it should be like you know, the Autobahn. Population density is like 3. No. I've also only been stopped at like a sobriety checkpoint ride program type thing once since I've been in Vancouver. And I think like in Ontario, it's 20 years ago. But you would get stopped like once every 3 or 4 months. You'd have to drive through a checkpoint and they'd be like, "Have you been drinking?" And you're like, "No." And then they're like, "Okay, carry on." I've only seen it happen once in Vancouver. Maybe it's, I don't know, different philosophies or something. I've never seen one in Ontario. Wow. So it shows what I know. They hang out both bridges in North Van. I see. So it's like there's like a containment zone. They're like, if you want to get out of North Van or get into North Van, they're like, you gotta pass the vibe check. I guess it's true also that like I haven't driven after 9 p.m. for like 5 years. So hold. Anyway, so the answer is I don't know. Same, brother. Snacks never tasted so good. Snacks go crazy when you're peckish, man. The more I think about it, the more I'm like, man, whoever said water goes crazy when you're thirsty was actually cooking, man. Like, it's true. It's obviously true. I think the first time you hear it, you're like, that's obviously true. Why would you say that? Then the more you think about it, the more you're like, it's so true. They should be saying it from the rooftops, man. They should be singing it through a megaphone. Any opinions on Haribo? I'm just going to say it. We haven't had enough controversy on the stream this morning so far. It's been a little bit of a live and let live sort of start. We got to go Paul McCartney mode. Gummy bears, possibly the most overrated snack out there. Not Haribo specifically, but conceptually, gummy bears, most overrated snack. Texture is okay. Flavor is okay. Mouthfeel is bad. I guess that's texture. I'm like, I'm a salty snack over sweet snack guy. But even if I was having a sweet snack, I don't have an interest in gummy bears. Would be like 25th on the list of candies that I'd want to eat for a snack, man. What's number one? For candies, I don't want to get into the semantic debate over like whether chocolate is candy, but I feel like Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, Sour Patch Kids, maybe like, you know, ice cream sandwich, something like that. Popsicle. Swedish Fish, Fuzzy Peaches, those sour watermelon slices. An apple. I just feel like a gummy bear is like. I think I always, and you could tell me if I'm losing my mind here on this one. Obviously, candy tastes good because like our brains have a preference for fat and sugar, and then that's exploited by the candy companies to make like the sweetest, fattiest thing of all time. Makes sense. Like, I ate a kiwi yesterday. I always feel like when I've been eating a lot of fruit lately, but if I go a while without eating fruit, and then I eat a piece of fruit, I'm like, this shit tastes 10 times better than candy. I ate a golden kiwi. I looked at the nutritional information. A golden kiwi is 50 calories. You bite into it, beautiful tropical juice flows down your mouth. It's satisfying to eat. There's a mix of sweetness and fuzziness because you eat it with the skin on and a little bit of sour and stuff like that. I'm like, no, this kicks the shit out of like a Reese's Pieces or something, man. Why am I buying Reese's Pieces? I'm not, I guess is the answer, but golden kiwis are skin on, man. Regular kiwis, you could do it either way, but golden kiwis are skin on. Golden kiwis have 100 calories. Go check, bro. Go check. Golden kiwi. You look at the back, you're going to say, I got them, 100 calories. Then you're going to look at the serving size. 2 medium kiwi fruit, motherfucker. You think I didn't? I checked that shit yesterday. You're going off of a decoded memory from like 2013. I'll go band for band with you any day of the fucking week on the nutritional information on golden kiwis. I just looked at it. It's top of mind. Okay, wait. Wait. You know what? Take me over here first. Go, and then stop. Is he always this mean to chat? Honestly, the problem is you're not used to a streamer that goes outside. So I think like most streamers, someone in chat like pretends to be an expert with something, and they simply have to default to the wisdom that they perceive that the chatter has. Oh, like my human brain tells me that they wouldn't be talking so confidently unless they were an expert. I, on the other hand, have a little bit of lived experience that sometimes contradicts the opinions of what I see in chat, so I fight back a little bit. I don't think that's mean. I think it's mean for you to be in here spreading misinformation. And the worst part is you think that it's true. That's the thing that offends me the most. Now watch this. We put the rock between us. The mountain between us. There you go. Also, he's bitter and tired of games. This is a game. You're the one who's bitter if you, for some reason, motherfucker! If you, for some reason, think that this is not a game, but The Witcher 3 is, you're the bitter one. I'm the enlightened one. Now you're bitter? No, bro, I'm chilling. I get a little time without the rock. We'll get back to the rock. Don't sweat the rock. The rock is always there when you need it. I can't watch this shit. We burn off another 50 viewers every time the rock falls. And you know what? I take that as a positive. You can come back when you want your sugar high. We'll be playing Lethal Company. The monster will scare me. I'll go, ah! And you'll say it's the funniest stream I've ever seen. Right now, we're building up a spiritual callus that allows us to more readily tolerate the trials and tribulations that accumulate annoyance in day-to-day life, man. It's blessed that we have a digital sandbox where we can experience this stuff risk-free instead of having to, free ball at IRL where there's consequences. There you go. Like God intended. Have you thought about switching the screens for this game so chat's on the main and the game's on the right, so when you glance, you see the game? I can't blame you for this, but there's still weakness that needs to leave the body. There is no secret. There's strategies, I'm sure, there's techniques, but there is no secret. You just got to push the rock. We could toggle the sprints on occasion. but you still got to push the rock. At the end of the day, the hill's got a certain grade, it's got a certain length. And you got to get it to the top of the mountain, man. Hold, hold. WWE in the year 2000? Maybe, I don't know. I stopped watching right at the start of the Attitude Era because it was getting a little too intense for me as a kid. All right. I think it is a philosophically poignant game. I think it can teach you something about yourself. I mean, if you listen, if you can't push the rock up the hill, your ass is not getting jacked when you go bald. That's all I'm going to say. Because this is way easier than, like, not eating Reese's Pieces. You got to be on guard 24/7 to not, like, fuck up your glycemic index, okay? If you don't have the strength to do this, the tenacity to do this for what? 10, 50, 100 hours, whatever? You're never going to see those bottom two abs. The good news is you could change. We could change together. We could build the muscle ourselves to deal with a little, just not even boredom, but just a period of diminished dopamine. You can slow down. You could be at a red light and not have to look at your phone for no reason. We're going to make it, man. We're going to make it together. You too can quit teamfight tactics. No, but they buffed techies this season. Okay, then next season. I saw you, by the way, Jay. I love how Dan tweets Monday Night Raw by just typing, like, no way with 3 exclamation marks and no context. He really is tweeting like that tweet making fun of, like, American soccer fans. It's like they'll wake up at, like, 7 a.m. on a Tuesday and tweet, like, what a disgrace at a time when the rest of the continent is still asleep. Hold, 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 hold. Okay. Oh, hey. Where you going? Where you going, buddy? Just hold it right there. You in what army, pal? That's rich coming from you. Let's skedaddle. Hey, can I get another cup of Joe? Okay, hang on. Sorry, I was going through all my lines. Here we go. We made it. What are these phrases? Things white guys say when they're about to engage in fisticuffs. Milkshake son or smoothie daughter? That's a tough one. That's a tough one. You know what? I would say this is a rare one for me. I'm going to say no preference. What do I care? I have gone on record as saying that I think, much like gummy bears, smoothies are a very overrated food, in my opinion. That's not to say I don't enjoy one from time to time. Milkshakes are an incredibly delicious food that nourishes your soul, but they are also, like, one of the worst things I think that you could put into your body. And also, the older I get, like, drinking a third of a milkshake means that I'm going to have, like, not to be crass, okay? I don't say this to be crass, but, like, it gives you the kind of farts that are, like delayed release, Like normally you fart and it farts right at like the moment of exit. The lactose farts, it's like you shoot the fart out and it travels like an inch and then it detonates. I don't know how else to describe it. Like the fart doesn't hit at the anus, like it hits in the underpants. That's lactose intolerance? Yeah, I know. That's why I'm only drinking a third of the milkshake, man. See, you motherfuckers that aren't lactose intolerant yet are like laboring under a false delusion that you'll just stop eating lactose when you become lactose intolerant. Let me tell you, like from experience, you're gonna just forget that you're getting lactose intolerant. You're gonna order a milkshake, drink the whole thing, and then like 6 hours later, you're gonna be like, what the fuck was in that milkshake, bro? You're gonna tank it, at least for a while. I keep the MFer on me. Lactate. I'm not at the level of lactose intolerance yet where I would consider that, but may come in time for sure. I just don't drink milkshakes, honestly. Because, I mean, it's just at the point where I'm like, you look at the nutritional information on a milkshake and you're like, I can't have an 1,100 calorie drink with a burger and fries. It's just too much, man. But like if my wife orders it, sure. And then she drinks half and she's like, do you want the last half? I'm like, not really. But then catch me going... Because I think like the calories don't count if somebody else ordered the food. Or at least they shouldn't. Which flavor though? Whatever she wants because she's my queen. So true. But I'm not a big smoothie guy either. I don't know. I guess I would say neither. I would be an r/child free mod where I presented with that dilemma. The exception is like when I go and I stay with my parents, my mom has a smoothie for breakfast every morning. And whenever I like go to their place, she's like, hey, can I make you a smoothie? And I'm like, fuck yeah, you can make me a smoothie. And then I like drink it and I'm like, this is good. What's in it? And then she tells me like 400 ingredients. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's why I don't make that shit on my own. It's got like 12 different seeds and like spirulina, whey protein, 14 different frozen fruits and shit like that. And I'm like, no. I get you can make it eat like with not all of that stuff, but like that's just, I'm just bread and peanut butter, man. Just bread and peanut butter. Geyser, Vladimir Geyser, Soze. Vladimir, there we go. Safe. Geode son or vitamin water daughter. I don't know what geode is unless we're talking about like the rock between us. Does anyone still drink vitamin water? That's like a late 2000s, early 2010s sort of Andrew, isn't it? I'm stupid. I'm officially dumb. Never mind, we're chilling. I know they still sell them, but I felt like its prominence has gone way down. Like I had a sugar-free XXX vitamin water maybe like 2 years ago. And I was like, oh, like I was so thirsty and I was like, oh, you know what would hit right now? XXX vitamin water, like it's 2011. When I was drinking it, I was like, this just doesn't taste right, man. If they sell it, it's because people are buying. Yeah, but like, doesn't it take a while sometimes for like the private equity to suck off? I guess it's owned by Coca-Cola now that I think about it. I've never drank vitamin water, not at 30,000 feet. Really? Is it vitamin water, airplane beverage? Tomato juice for sure, ginger ale for sure. I've never heard vitamin water as an aviation beverage, but maybe I don't know what I'm talking about, honestly. Hold. I'm a water on the plane, Andy. See that? I'm like, I get it, because water is like, it goes crazy when you're thirsty. But I'm a like Diet Coke on the plane sort of guy. Because I feel like it's a nice time to have a little treat. New personal best. The treat is after you land. I mean, you're not doing anything for like 10 hours. Like, you might as well just have like, I don't know. They only give you like 102 milliliters of the drink anyway. It's not going to do too much damage to you. How many Diet Cokes do you drink per hour on a flight? Like fucking 0.2? Because they do like one drink service and then they fuck off for like 5 hours and then they do another drink service and then you land. You can ask for more at any point. Yeah, but I'm not like mommy's special boy. Like, I can go though. I can sit down for 8 hours while the adults are working without being like, excuse me, one more diet soda, please.